Hello and welcome back to the Master League Football Manager. No, FUMA is what I was meant to say. Full Manual Master League. If you are interested in some Football Manager, go check it out. It's on the video. What is wrong with me today? What an intro this is. It's on the channel. Lots of Football Managers happened. I'll put a link in the corner if I remember to do that so that you can easily get there. But there we go. Let's get into this then. As the camera slowly appears. There we go. Oxlade-Chamberlain could be on the move. Lee Kang-in just wants to say thanks for making the career national squad. And results have been happening. We are up in 7th place. 6 points off Liverpool in 2nd. And we've got big games coming up. Now, I've played one more game than I said I would. Have we actually had a bid for someone? No, we haven't. We've got some scouting to do. Oh, yes. They found a pretty rubbish left back called Perez, who's 24 and never going to get in our first team. So, no. We've played some games. We've had a bit of time. We've done a bit of stuff. I say stuff. We haven't really done stuff. We have played games, though. So, we lost to Stoke City, our bogey team. We played them. We then beat Wolves 2-1 off camera, which was lovely. We also played Tottenham and drew 1-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur. They battered us and we got a 1-1 draw, so very nice, that one. And today we have Arsenal and Man United, and then we're going to play, we're going to do Liverpool and Brighton in the next game. I just didn't fancy having 4 massive teams in back-to-back episodes because I feel like this could be a bit depressing playing all of these and losing. So hopefully we'll play Liverpool and Brighton in the next episode as well, back to back. And then we've got Newcastle, Chelsea, and then we've got West Ham, and then Sheffield United, and we find ourselves ploughing through the season, to be honest, because it is going pretty well. I'm getting back in the swing of full manual, and we're enjoying the team. The team, we got Hulk's out injured. He's picked up an injury. He's out for 2 more days, so he's not going to be back in time for the game today. We're going to get into it in just a sec. We had the national team announcements, of which Shalov and Lee Kang-in, I think, are our only 2 that really have been called up. So we're not going to wait for that to load. We're going to go into the game against Arsenal, who are an annoying team that play through. Oh, no, they've changed to a 4-3-3. Interesting, they used to play 3 at the back. I forgot, I've got a tactics mod. That would have obviously taken effect as well. So, oh, no, we're going to have to drop Lafont. Pjanic's going to have to come in. I'm not playing him on a down red. We are going to start Gabigol, though. He's going to start up front instead of Martinelli. I'm tempted to say, do we start Martinelli against his former club? Maybe he'll come off the bench. Who knows? Unless we don't take too much of a hit out there. Oxlade-Chamberlain is up for this, actually. We'll start Chamberlain out there. We'll start the Ox out there. Lee Kang-in can definitely come on the bench. And Babu's down as well. What is it with this? I was keen for this game. I was looking forward to this game against Arsenal. We'll put Danzo at centre-back. Zinchenko will have to come off at some point, although Maitland-Niles is down. What is wrong with the squad today? We've just had a really good performance. Unfortunately, why is it? Goalkeeper, starting right-back, and backup left-back, right-back are all down and not up for this game. I don't think we actually have anybody that can fill in at left-back. Camavinga can fill in at left-back when Zinchenko eventually runs out of fitness, because he is one of the unfittest players on the team. But yeah, all in all, not too bad. And 80 chemistry still good. They've got Frangipan up front, Zaha against his former team on the left, Aubameyang on the right, Tierney, Chambers, Mustafi and Bellerin. They've got they're playing Gunnarsdal in goal, so we can maybe take advantage of that and try and get some shots off. We're going to be at home at Selhurst Park. Let's get into it. So here we are then, live on the BBC, the good old BBC with Match of the Day. Love the theme tune in the background. We are at home, Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Pjanić, who is 17 and looks about 40. There's the walking out music as well. I've turned the sound up in the game so that you can actually hear it come through in the pouring rain in Selhurst Park. There's the box as well, getting into it. And I'm liking it. I'm liking these mods. Absolutely loving them. The team are out. The music is blaring. So we will just wait for the team lineups. As I mean, the atmosphere when you have all this music on is so much better. Mesut Ozil's still there. He's joined by a Turkish lad, it looks like, as well. And there's our guys ready to go. The rain always worries me on full manual. It does worry me. Danzo obviously comes in. The home team then, here we go. Pjanić in goal, Dodo, Danzo, Ferro, Zinchenko at the back, Camavinga, Guendouzi, Eze, Brunetta, Barbosa and Oxlade-Chamberlain all get a start. A very, very attacking bench for Crystal Palace today as Arsenal, the away team, line up with Gunnarsdal in goal, Bellerin, Mustafi, Chambers and Tierney. That's a back four we can get at. Ozil, Tufan and Linity in the middle. Bamiyang, Frangipan and Wilfried Zaha is welcomed back to Selhurst Park for this one. As there's Ferro, there is Wilf Zaha and there is new club captain Abdija Eze for Crystal Palace. As the game gets underway, it's Barbosa that gets us going. Guendouzi into Camavinga, and Crystal Palace have been starting games pretty well as the season's gone on. As Guendouzi up against his former club. Oxlade-Chamberlain looks in towards Barbosa, just couldn't feed that ball through, and Zinchenko is going to have to try and track Aubameyang on that right hand side. Frangipan gives it out to Aubameyang. We know Frangipan is going to play in this more conservative role. Aubameyang, good block on that one, and Danzo puts his foot through it. A very frantic start again. Brunetta can't win that one. Kieran Tierney has the ball now for Arsenal up against Camavinga. Zaha back to Linetti. Frangipan again, shot blocked. Another block from Ferro. He seems up for this one, playing with a new centre-back partner in Danzo. It'll be very interesting to see how the two centre-backs get on for this one. As we see the replay, in it went to Frangipan. Little turner's shot. Ferro got his body in the way. Camavinga, or Eze, made himself a nuisance as well. It rolls out, and the first corner of the match goes to Arsenal, as it's going to be Ozil to swing this one in with his left foot. Mesut Ozil puts in towards the near post, but Brunetta's there. Not the best clearance though, into Hector Bellerin. Guendouzi reads it well, gets that away to Barbosa, and there is a break on here. And Oxlade-Chamberlain, again, used to be an ex-Arsenal man, cuts in field, just can't quite get past Callum Chambers. And Arsenal will look to break end to end this game. I guess a London derby, you can call it. Not an official sort of London derby, but Danzo's done well to win that one there. Here is Guendouzi. Brunetta puts it up towards the new signing, Gabriel Barbosa. Eze flicks that one with a little back heel to Zinchenko. Out it goes to Chamberlain. He saw Zinchenko going again. He overhit it and actually nearly got into Gabriel Barbosa, but moves break down, and Arsenal really struggling to clear their lines here, and Ozil all the way back in his own half. You don't see that very often. And eventually Arsenal do get it away, and the game appears to be calming down somewhat. Kieran Tierney in left back position up to Zaha, puts a nice ball through back to Tierney. The left footed cross finds Aubameyang over the bar. 12 minutes in, the first real chance of note. Arsenal and Crystal Palace both trying to get a bit of control of the ball. Lovely little 1-2 between Zaha and Kieran Tierney. Put a good ball in, just got in front of Zinchenko but couldn't keep the header down. Pjanić not really troubled. Linetti into Frangipan, back to Zaha. Great run from Ozil onto that left foot, and again it's Ferro there with the block, and Crystal Palace going to try and launch a very quick counter-attack. What a ball that is from Oxlade-Chamberlain to Brunetta. Stands up against Chambers, gives it out to Barbosa, just forced a little bit wide, tries to flick it over the keeper. It was across to the back post, overhit, really badly hit, and Eze couldn't get on the end of it, but you can see the possession stats there. Arsenal dominating the ball. Crystal Palace definitely trying to play on the counter-attack here, as Linetti, who has started well in midfield for Arsenal, has kept that ball moving, and Chambers has it there out to Tierney. Tierney and Zaha on this left-hand side linking well together in the early points of this game. Danzo doesn't take any nonsense though, and puts in a good tackle there. Eze has given a woeful pass that Aubameyang's managed to pick up, and Zaha gives it back to the Gabonese striker, and it's a very good save from Pjanić there. Camavinga, Eze out to Brunetta, just put too far in front of him. Arsenal retain possession again. Oh, Oxlade-Chamberlain's got a good touch on this one, and Brunetta could be through. He's fed the ball back, and Mustafi has just got goal side in time. And Arsenal nearly playing themselves into trouble there. Guendouzi, up it goes in towards Eze. Eze to Brunetta, tries to flick it in towards Oxlade-Chamberlain. Hector Bellerin just about gets his head to the ball. Zinchenko will keep this one in, fires the cross into Aubameyang's groin, and it goes out for a throw-in. Zinchenko takes it relatively quickly. Guendouzi, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Brunetta in towards Eze, but again, Mustafi sort of come back from the brink of his Arsenal career completely failing and is actually settling in well in central defence in this game. Zaha turns well out to Tierney. Tierney's going to be facing Dodo. Back in for the Mbabu. Mbabu. That is not the English I was hoping to say there. Back in for Mbabu as Gabriel Barbosa is being marked here by Mesut Ozil, who is not the strongest defender, but Callum Chambers, again, Mustafi and Chambers would have been pinpointed as weaknesses in this game, but so far they are defending very well. And again, Tufan this time actually fouls Gabriel Barbosa, and it is a dangerous free kick, quite a long way out. We'll see it here as Barbosa just held him off, and yeah, Tufan could feel a little bit unlucky about that one. You've got to feel as Guendouzi fancies this against his former club. What's he got in the locker? Guendouzi. It's over the wall. It's very easy for Unastal in goal. And Arsenal will hold on. So Guendouzi's won a header in the centre of midfield. Barbosa is there. Holds it up well. Feeds it into Chamberlain. Chamberlain turns. Gets a shot off. Couldn't keep it down. It's over the bar. Guendouzi did really well to win the header in midfield. Gabriel Barbosa just lacking a little bit of pace, but used his strength well to hold off Mustafi. Chamberlain tried to turn inside. Shot over the bar. It's a terrible throw-in from Kieran Tierney. He's gifted the ball back to Eze there. Chamberlain tries to feed it into Barbosa again. He's not having the best of times as the out-and-out striker today, Gabriel Barbosa, but Ruud Gullit will be hoping he can improve on that. He's had, I think he scored a couple of goals in his early days of his Crystal Palace career. The fans were very excited by his signing, and they'll be hoping that he can improve on his recent performances and just make sure he's a bit of a goal threat. Crystal Palace have lacked an out-and-out goal scorer in this team under Ruud Gullit. They've been improving year on year, but they'll be hoping this is the year that they can go and assault European places in the league, and they're not far off it at the moment. Only 6 points off Liverpool in the league table, who sit in second place. So at the moment it is looking pretty good for Crystal Palace, as there is Hector Bellerin on the right hand side. Tries to play that one into Linetti. Back to Bellerin up against Zinchenko. Aubameyang. Good play this from Arsenal. Patient play. Shot past the post. Arsenal did well keeping it on the edge. They did well. We weren't really letting them get into the area. It took a long range shot from Aubameyang. Piatov probably had it covered, and Aubameyang doesn't look too happy about it. Wilf Zaha, great ball in. Aubameyang again, just past the post. It pretty much came out of nothing. That pass from Zaha was very well done. Linetti and Camavinga having a great little battle in midfield. Zaha just sort of trotted forward. Aubameyang found the gap in between centre-back and left-back. Shot just past the post again. Piatov yet to really be tested, but Arsenal are having the better of it. So the Arsenal fans in full voice here at Selhurst Park, as their team dominating possession, having a few more shots in the game, but not really troubling goalkeeper Piatov. Bellerin puts that in, but Aubameyang slipped, and it gives Crystal Palace a chance to get this one away. It fires up towards Gabriel Barbosa, who tries to turn. Tufan, again, just really doing a good job of marking him, dropping in from midfield, but that's poor pass given away, and Barbosa comes forward. He's got Brunetta in space, and Brunetta's in. It's Brunetta, and Crystal Palace have the lead on the stroke of half-time, and Arsenal have dominated possession, but there's always a chance they could give the ball away when they're passing it around the back four like that. And Oxlade-Chamberlain, with a touch against his former team, has got intercepted it. Lovely ball into Barbosa. Little jink, held up the ball, allowed Brunetta into that space. A left-footed rifle shot, and in it goes, and it's 1-0 Crystal Palace. And is this assault on the European places in full flow under Ruud Gullit? He's really made this squad his own, and Brunetta rifles that one home. 1-0 Palace. And it was right on the stroke of half-time. It's 1-0, 45 plus 1. Brunetta, who again hasn't been in the goals that much this year, has done well there. 3 shots for Crystal Palace, 2 of them on target, 7 for Arsenal. And it's been a perfect counter-attacking performance from Crystal Palace at the moment. Let's see if an Arsenal onslaught is going to happen in the second half. So no substitutions for the home team, but Arsenal do make a change with Dani Ceballos coming on to replace Linetti in central midfield. A bit harsh on Linetti. He's marshalled Camavinga quite well, but not really giving them an attacking outlet. It'll be interesting to see if that changes the defensive duties from the midfielders and the likes of man-marking Gabriel Barbosa. That's a good ball into Aubameyang. He tries to turn. Ferro with a good tackle, and Zinchenko pokes the ball away. Ozil into Hector Bellerin. Eze gets a foot on that and gets it back, but Ozil puts in a good tackle, and There's a chance here that Arsenal could be in as Aubameyang shoots. Good save from Pjanić. Good hands from the young goalkeeper. Camavinga gives a lovely ball into Benteke Eze. He just holds this one up. Invites Camavinga back forwards. And Crystal Palace have actually worked this counter-attack really well here. Guendouzi looks to give it back towards Camavinga. Just beaten in the air, and Tufan can complete the clearance as Frajapan does not do a good job of holding that ball up. Camavinga. Guendouzi sees the run of Benteke Eze. Eze tries to put that in. Finds Gabriel Barbosa. Tufan again. He's having a very good defensive role in front of the back four. Tufan today for Arsenal. Danzo into Barbosa. Barbosa out to the goal scorer Brunetta. Looks to jink around Chambers and has gone round him, and he's got the pace to get away from the centre-back. Brunetta. Chamberlain. Oh, it's blocked. It's a corner. Guendouzi out to Chamberlain. Chamberlain got a little time and space. Tufan again just marshals it well, and Frangipan could be in it. He's not though. Danzo, good defending. Very good defending from the centre-back, and then Guendouzi gets his feet in a bit of a muddle and can't get the ball out from underneath them. Tufan back to Chambers. Chambers up to Dani Ceballos. Ceballos goes out to Hector Bellerin. Hector Bellerin looks to go down the right. That's cut off by Chamberlain. Ozil has to go backwards to Mustafi, who goes long. And you'd expect that the Crystal Palace defenders are going to be more than happy to go long. But Danzo's been not accused. He's been found guilty of giving a foul away on Frangipan there. And it's a good area for Arsenal, this. Danzo gets a slap on the bum from Hector Bellerin. We'll see this one again. It didn't look like a foul. As Danzo was there, it looked like he got the ball, and then it was just a tangle of feet, but ref has given it. It's going to be Ozil over the ball now. Mesut Ozil. Pjanić moves early. Good save from the goalkeeper. Corner ball to Arsenal. An hour gone. A good save from Pjanić there. It was definitely going in, that free kick, and it's going to be Ozil to swing this one in. No, he goes short towards Aubameyang. Back towards Mesut Ozil. Ozil puts this one in. Danzo wins the header easily, unchallenged. Bellerin is caught on the ball, and Eze couldn't quite take it away from him. Ceballos. Camavinga, great defensive work. Just unfortunately runs into Kieran Tierney. Gives it back to Arsenal. Zaha. Frangipan shot, and Pjanić holds on well. Aubameyang turns, tries to put it through. Ferro with another good defensive block. Guendouzi. Eze. Up to Barbosa. Barbosa has a runner in Chamberlain. He's going to keep this one in. Oxlade-Chamberlain, he has got there. Chamberlain tries to fire it across, too far though. Nobody attacking that back post, and Ceballos will have plenty of time to keep this one in. And Dodo has run out of position, but he's got a touch on the ball. Just the Crystal Palace, the attackers had just dropped off a little bit to get back into shape. And it gave up what could have been a very good opportunity as Eze's on the ball. Up to Barbosa again. This time he has turned away from Tufan, releases Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain fires that one across. Brunetta! Oh, what a save! It was just behind the striker. It's a good save. Camavinga with a first-time effort. And Ulostul, two good saves in quick succession. 20 minutes to go. So substitution for Arsenal then. Pedro Porro comes on to replace Hector Bellerin at right back, who is getting caught out of position a fair amount of times up against Oxlade-Chamberlain, who's having a very good game against his former team. Up it goes. Camavinga wins the header. Dodo's there, up to Brunetta. Back to Camavinga, into Eze. Crystal Palace stroking this ball around very well, but Callum Chambers just gets in front of Barbosa, and you could see that ball happening, but Zaha got his run just wrong, and the pass was slightly overhit. Good composure from Dodo to fake Zaha out there with a cross, but Camavinga's caught on the ball. Zaha back on it, dances round Danzo and plays a good 1-2 with Ceballos. Zaha back on it up against Ferro, who dives in and really get anywhere near the ball. Guendouzi has to beat Aubameyang. It's a wonderful save from Pjanić, who has done well, and Guendouzi's just put his foot through that, and this could work out very well for Oxlade-Chamberlain if he keeps this pressure on. And well, Mustafi just gets a bit lucky. Pedro Porro for Arsenal looks to go long towards Aubameyang, who does flick it on, and it's a race between Danzo and Frangipan, and Frangipan will win that. Just gets the ball out of Danzo's reach. Ozil on the edge, releases Tierney. Tierney into the box up against Dodo. Tierney turns. Ceballos is there, looks to jink his way around. Zaha. Ozil, a good bit of possession in the Crystal Palace half here from Arsenal, as that one is an easy save again for Pjanić. Eze with a pocket of space to play into. Again, Barbosa just makes a run. Maybe not totally in tune with his teammates just yet, but Eze's picked this one back up. Camavinga, lovely one too. Eze's in space. Eze shoots and it's Unterstall with a lovely save. The goalkeeper's had a good game today for Arsenal. It should have been 2-0 Crystal Palace as Eze just with that little 1-2 to play it around. And Eze, great shot straight at the keeper though. And that will force, well not force Crystal Palace into a change, but Palace will make their first change. And Brunetta off, the goal scorer, being replaced by Shalov the striker. And it's going to see Gabriel Barbosa just drift out to the left wing position. Ferro wins the header at the front post. Chamberlain's there, couldn't get the final touch. Very well defended as Zinchenko looks to fire this one back in. Chambers with a good header and Aubameyang completes the clearance. Arsenal under pressure. So Leo Duarte, who's just come on for Arsenal, up towards Frangipan. Ceballos. Zaha back to Ceballos. Now it goes to Pedro Porro, straight into the chest of Zinchenko, who can bring this one away. Chamberlain goes up towards Shalov. Just turns. He's Eze obviously lacking a bit of fitness, not being able to run and support. Guendouzi's not going to get that one. It was a poor pass and it could put Crystal Palace into a bit of trouble here. Zaha up against Dodo, jinking right and left. Looks to find Aubameyang. Zinchenko, lovely defending. And just touches that back to Piatov with only 3 minutes to go. Crystal Palace will feel very aggrieved if they don't get a win from this game. They've played very, very well. Oxlade-Chamberlain just holds the ball up. Zinchenko still showing a bit of energy to try and get into space, but couldn't keep that one in. Double substitution then for Crystal Palace. Eze ran his heart out for the team, and Lee Kang in to replace him. Palacios on for Zinchenko, and Camavinga looks like he's going to drop back into the left back position just to see out the rest of this game. As Ozil has it into Tufan. Not long to go now for Crystal Palace as Leo Duarte, fresh legs. He's definitely going to have lots of space to pick across here. Duarte tries to cut back onto that right foot. Lee Kang in. He's back there defending well. Shalov gets it away. Camavinga fresh in at left back. Gives it back into Shalov. Shalov out towards Barbosa. Barbosa tries to feed that back in, but there's the full-time whistle. It's 1-0 Crystal Palace. A fantastic win for the home team today. Maybe possession-wise and out-possessed, outshot, but that doesn't matter. There's only one stat that matters, and that is Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 0. A fantastic game if you ask me. Yeah, they passed it a lot and they had a lot of possession, but we played really, really well in that. Brunetta, man of the match. And yeah, very, very happy with that one. So we beat Arsenal 1-0. Man City lost at home to Spurs. Fulham 3, Wolves 1, Forest 0, Aston Villa 2, Leicester 2, Southampton 2. Everton lost at home to Man United 3-1. Liverpool lost to Leeds 2-0. So we're going to close the gap on Liverpool for sure. Sheffield United 4, Brighton 1, West Ham United 0, Newcastle 1, and Bournemouth lost 3-0 at home to Chelsea. Leaves the league. We're up into 5th, 4 points off top. What a season this could turn out to be. Oh, I'm so excited. So we're going to need to win our games in front of the derby and prove our mettle if we're going to come out on top against Brighton when the time comes. Obviously, Baldy McBaldface worried about us facing Brighton in the near future. Absolutely. A little momentum is exactly what we read right now. It's just a shame we're coming up against league leaders Man United are up in the next game. So it's going to be very, very interesting. So we got some messages. Hulk is back. We've been off the job of Southampton. Brunetta, he's now a star player. I think that's a really good one, isn't it? I think star player is very useful to make them captain. Is it star player? Oh no, it's only fan favourite bonus. Oh, that's a bit of a disappointment, isn't it? Let's get into the game against Manchester United as sharply as possible. Let's see who's up for it. So Lafont is back. Barbosa again. Barbosa's got really good consistent form, which is great to see. Maitland-Niles is keen as well. I'm going to leave Maitland-Niles on the bench, I think. It's a bit of versatility. Shalov will come off the bench like normal. He does have super sub, so it makes sense. Danzo can stay there. Dodo can stay on the bench as well. Not fussed about Ribery. Hulk potentially could come off the bench. He does make a difference. He can make a difference. I don't think he... We're going to take Chamberlain off. We've got Palacios on there. Although Chamberlain's much more versatile, actually. We'll go for that. I think we'll go for that. So Martinelli misses out this time. We're going to start... do we start Goncalo Guedes? I mean, to be fair, I probably shouldn't drop Oxlade-Chamberlain. He played very well And then we are gonna put Martinelli on the bench instead of Guedes. So that's how we're gonna line up for this one. Let's get into it at Old Trafford. So here we are then, Man United versus Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. Always a good game, a big game. And man, well, it's a top of the table clash. 4 points is the difference at the moment between first place at Man United and fourth place Crystal Palace. As Lafont comes back in goal. Piatov did well against Arsenal, but Lafont is picked for the big game against Man United. There's the Palace fans packed in to the end at Old Trafford, and Man United looking very good for this one. Surprise inclusion is Sergio Romero in goal, and Crystal Palace line up as pretty much expected. Barbosa keeps his space in the squad, and Osama Dembele in the starting lineup for Man United as well. Be interesting to see how this one unfolds between these two teams, as the Old Trafford crowd are up for this one. It's going to be very, very interesting indeed. So the home team line up like this: Romero, Corona, Bailly, Maguire and Luke Shaw, Fred, Bruno, Van der Beek, Dembele, Cavani and Rashford. On the bench, Dan James, Martial, Wan-Bissaka and David De Gea dropped down to the bench for this one. Crystal Palace in their 4-2-1-3 formation. Lafont and Babu, Tapsoba, Ferro, Zinchenko, Guendouzi, Camavinga, Eze, Brunetta, Barbosa and Oxlade-Chamberlain, with Hulk back from injury on the bench ready to go, as the game is about to get underway, and it should be a very tantalising prospect. And here we go at Old Trafford. Man United kick the game underway, and Bailly has it into Bruno Fernandes. Corona, very different tactical approach this one, Man United compared to Arsenal, and Ruud Gullit's Crystal Palace will have it sort of up against them, I think. Luke Shaw keeps the ball there. Rashford, Dembele, Bruno. You can see already a very quick passing sort of play from Man United here. Van der Beek into Corona, as Zinchenko gets on the end of this one and can clear it away. He does find Chamberlain, flicks that in towards Barbosa, takes a bit of a heavy touch and then runs into Van der Beek. And not the start you'd want as the Crystal Palace striker. There's going to be a lot of hold-up play needed. You're feeling this. Van der Beek puts that one in. Eze's there to collect. Chamberlain, Guendouzi, and Maguire has a little slip, but just manages to recover before Brunetta, the goal scorer against Arsenal, managed to get to the ball. Dembele out to Corona. Man United's fullbacks pushing up into very attacking positions, which could leave the Red Devils susceptible to a counter-attack. Chamberlain does well to feed that one out to Tapsoba. Up to Mbabu back in the team, into the starting lineup today. Camavinga is just robbed by Fred there, just too strong for him, and Tapsoba covers the run of Cavani well, and Lafont's not messing around here, gets this one away up towards Barbosa. Eric Bailly with a good header, and Man United hold possession again. Luke Shaw on the left into the area up against Mbabu. Rashford can turn, gets a shot off, and it's bouncing around. Guendouzi clears it away. Chamberlain's there. Barbosa flicks it on one more towards Brunetta, in towards Camavinga, but the pass is just behind the young Frenchman. Cavani with a shot, and Rashford couldn't control that, came at him too quickly after the deflection. Luke Shaw tries to feed that one in. Tapsoba sort of gets in the way of the keeper, and Dembele just couldn't turn to get the shot off, and Mbabu pokes it away. It's not the best. Bruno Fernandes on the edge, Guendouzi for company, and Guendouzi gets a good touch on that one. Fred up to Rashford again. It's frantic from the Manchester club. 14 minutes in, it's all Man United. It was Bruno on the edge here. Guendouzi trying to do all the closing down. Got a touch on it. Fell to Fred. Into Rashford. He fancied a snapshot. Just bounced wide. Mbabu with a good interception. Into Eze. Just tries to feed it up towards Barbosa. Back to Eze. Eze just avoided one tackle, and then Rashford's just caught him in the face with a little elbow. I think it was accidental, but a yellow card for Marcus Rashford there. 17 minutes in. Good little bit of footwork from Eze. Turned away from Bruno and then just caught by Rashford. Unlucky really for Marcus there. Guendouzi stands over the ball. Have they got anything off the training ground here? Barbosa picks the ball up. He's sort of pushed off it by Maguire. Eze keeps it alive. Didn't quite work as Ruud Gullit would have intended. Mbabu puts that one in, looking for Barbosa. Went for the acrobatic finish, but didn't quite work, and Bruno wins that ball in the air. Dembele sensibly back to Romero. Chamberlain. Brunetta back to Chamberlain. A good little move here. Chamberlain just loses the ball under his feet again, and Maguire does well, and Crystal Palace growing into this game. Great header there from Tapsoba to stop Rashford getting on the ball. Luke Shaw back to Fred. A very tactical battle this one, as you see again Man United pushing their fullbacks forward. Corona just skirts round Guendouzi quite easily. Bruno Fernandes Back there into Corona again. Up against Zinchenko. Gets round the tackle and feeds it into Dembele. Tapsoba misses the ball and Rashford misses it as well. Luckily for the Crystal Palace centre-back. And well, he can't keep that one in. He might have got a touch on it or just run it out of play there as Rashford has this in towards Cavani. Knocks that one back and Babu's there. And great composure shown to play that out. But Guendouzi just caught on his in his heels. And it's given Osama Dembele a chance. Bruno. Guendouzi. Corona tries to dink that one in. Tapsoba again misses a header. And Babu will let this one roll out. Goal kick to Crystal Palace. 25 minutes gone. Chamberlain just on the ball. A little bit of time and space here. Not too many options in front of him though. Crystal Palace not risking sending too many men forward. Ferro. Guendouzi. He's got Eze in a bit of space. And Eze's picked up a pocket of space here. Just holds the ball up. Turns in towards Van der Beek as Fred defended him quite well. And Crystal Palace just struggling again to create anything in the final third. I think it's going to need a change of personnel to maybe make something happen as Rashford comes forward with it. Into Cavani, back to Rashford on the left-hand side. Just accelerates past Mbabu, who got back well, and that'll be easy for Lafont to claim that one. He goes long up towards Brunetta, flicked onto Guendouzi. Eze kept his run going, and he's getting into a bit of space here. Abita Eze is doing really well. Lays that one off. Chamberlain looking back towards Guendouzi, but didn't know what was around him, and it's a poor pass that ruins that Crystal Palace counter-attack, and you sort of feel they're the opportunities that Crystal Palace can't let up. Osama Dembele gives it back to Cavani. He had a shot from range as Man United fans sing praise of manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and that's not helping Luke Shaw, who's given it away, but he gets it back after a poor pass from Mbabu. And again a good tackle from Mbabu. Brunetta turns, feeds into Guendouzi. Guendouzi puts a ball through. Has Barbosa got the pace? No, he hasn't. Eric Bailly covers it well and Romero puts his foot through it. Chamberlain feeds the ball through to Eze. Eze into Barbosa. Barbosa just turns into Eric Bailly, and again Barbosa just not having enough strength to really cause this Man United defence troubles, and Cavani's caught late by Tapsoba. Free kick to Man United. Cavani on the edge, back to Rashford. Cavani caught late, referee says play on. Rashford still there, shot from range, just past the post. Man United having the better of the game for sure at Old Trafford. Bruno laid this one into Cavani. He was caught late by Eze, just sort of a collision off the ball. But Rashford turned, got a shot off, but quite far wide at the end of the day. Eze flicks that into the path of Zinchenko. Tries to get Oxlade-Chamberlain on it, but Corona didn't fall for that step over and pokes it up to Dembele. Corona into Bailly, keeping the ball for Man United. Corona tries to give it to Van der Beek, who does a very good little 1-2 with Bruno Fernandes. That long ball is not very good, and Babu reads it. Eze will get there in front of Van der Beek. And then Van der Beek gets back at him really well, and Cavani's got space here, and Dembele pace. Oh, he's tracked very, very well by Tapsoba. Guendouzi into Eze, pushed off it by Van der Beek, and referee says play on. Rashford. Relentless attacks from Man United at the moment, as that's a wonderful scoop pass into the path of Cavani, and somehow Lafont has kept that one out. Rashford miskicks and hits the air after it bounced off Mbabu's head. Rashford turns. Can he get into a shooting position? Lovely tackle from Camavinga, who just tries to release Crystal Palace quickly and gets it wrong. Fred, Bruno. It's an anxious, rushed finish to the first half, but it's still 0-0, and while it's like that, Crystal Palace are in with a shout. As you can see, Crystal Palace yet to register a shot in the game, and that is not something that Ruud Gullit will be happy about. A double substitution for Crystal Palace at half-time. Ruud Gullit really not happy as Hulk comes on to replace Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Shalov replaces Brunetta. Sees Gabriel Barbosa just drop into the left-sided forward role that he took up against Arsenal in the second half, and Shalov comes on up front. Hulk like-for-like replacement on the left wing, and let's see if that improves Crystal Palace's fortunes with a bit more strength and power rather than pace up front. As we just watched this replay here, it came to Dembele into Rashford. Shot was terrible. Tapsoba wins a good aerial battle against Rashford, and Barbosa tries to get in behind Fred, who just got his header and put it out for a throw-in, and Crystal Palace determined to keep playing on this counter-attack. And Babu into Barbosa, turns with it well, feeds Eze. Eze looks to just drink round Van der Beek. Eze does really well, gets a shot off, it's blocked, it will be a corner. And Crystal Palace have been very deadly from set pieces this year. Good little turn and shot from Eze. You'll see it here, it was a good little work throw-in. Barbosa into Eze on the edge, and He just jinked away from Van der Beek. Got it onto that left foot and just smashes by in the back of the head. Goes out for a corner. A corner to Crystal Palace, and they'll be hoping to make the most of the set pieces they get today as Tapsoba makes the run towards the front post. He's up against Dembele. Dembele actually does really well to win that header. Zinchenko can fire this one back in. Did that take a deflection? No, just a terrible cross. Full manual, people. Goal kick. Dembele picks up the ball up to Cavani, who just drifted out to a bit of a wide position. Van der Beek with a shot. That's not going to trouble Lafont in too much danger as we try to play it quickly. Shalov nearly getting in front of Eric Bailly there. Well, not Eric Bailly, sorry, Fred. And Bruno Fernandes will come and switch the play lovely into the path of Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw comes forward. 2 players for company, but manages to play it around them. Van der Beek into Cavani. Cavani and, well, Guendouzi very, very close to giving away a penalty there. Surely he managed to just miss the ball and the player, and Lafont made a very, very good save. Eze into Camavinga. Camavinga just encourages Mbabu to get forward and then gives him the ball. Good turn on the ball there. Mbabu. Eze trying to fire that in towards Shalov. Van der Beek gets a good touch on it. Cavani wins the header. And Rashford just had to check back. He knows Mbabu's got the pace to catch up with him. It's not many people that have the pace to catch up with Marcus Rashford once he's away. But Mbabu is definitely one of them. Out it goes towards Hulk, who we haven't seen too much in this second half. Shalov tries to turn. Eze into Barbosa, just twisting and turning, trying to create a bit of space. Eze is there, lays that one back towards Mbabu, flicks it in looking towards Hulk, but Bai makes a good tackle. Camavinga jinks, and Harry Maguire covers it well. Barbosa just drifts offside. Marcus Rashford with space to turn, but just turns into a defender, and Shalov has actually won that ball first, and there is a bit of a gap in the middle, although Hulk has just got that pass slightly overhit. And Van der Beek will take control of the ball in midfield for Man United. Bruno back to Corona, who's having a decent little game at right back, to be honest. Good ball out to Luke Shaw. Barbosa puts in a strong tackle though and wins it well. Referee says play on. Shalov tried to do a first time pass into Hulk. Didn't just pay off as Crystal Palace are starting to get a foothold in this game, and that's a wonderful ball through into Shalov, and Eze's gone again, and Eze could be in. He's up against Eric Bailly, and Eric Bailly wins the strength battle. And Babu turns in towards Rashford, but manages to keep hold of possession. Camavinga, Eze, Guendouzi feeds it into the channel towards Shalov. He's going to have a quick snapshot, and Romero stayed big. Good save. Another corner for Crystal Palace, but good positive signs for the Eagles. Eze flicked it round the corner, Guendouzi, and then Shalov maybe could have cut back, but fancied an early shot. Romero sort of punches it behind for a corner. As Man United make a substitution. Van der Beek replaced by Jesse Lingard. As Ferro is nearly calling for the ball there. He's up against Lingard. Shalov couldn't quite turn. It was flicked on from Ferro. It was an attempt at goal, but didn't quite get the connection. It nearly fell to Shalov as here is Marcus Rashford for Man United. Cavani showing very good strength to hold off Camavinga, not given as obstruction there, as Ferro will enjoy those sorts of aerial battles against the like of Osama Dembele. And well, Eze's in here and he's got Hulk. It's Eric Bailly. How has he done that tackle? What a challenge from Eric Bailly. Hulk was in on goal and Eric Bailly's managed just to spin his body round on the floor and tackle the ball. Wonderful challenge. Dembele up towards Cavani, back to Lingard, who takes a heavy touch, and Tapsoba reads that one. Barbosa into Shalov. Nice little back heel into the path of Eze. Eze gives it off to Hulk, and Hulk is in. Hulk's in, he's gone for the dink, and Romero's pulled out a fantastic save to deny the incredible Hulk. And it would have been an incredible goal. Crystal Palace really putting Man United under pressure right now. Corona into Bruno Fernandes, but you just know at Old Trafford the game can turn on a big moment like that save from Romero. Ferro with a good tackle again. Zinchenko's there trying not to cause too many issues, and calmly done by Lafont. So substitution then. Marcus Rojo comes on for Luke Shaw, and Maitland-Niles comes on to replace Mbabu on the right hand side. He's been running up and down that wing quite a lot, the right back, as Maitland-Niles comes on and nearly gets straight involved in the action by winning that header. Cavani tries to turn onto his left foot. Good save from Lafont, and it's well, end to end and action all over the place. About 10 minutes to go, as Edison Cavani comes very close. It was Bruno, and it was good, really good passing. Cavani just turned, saw Ferro going the wrong way round, and Lafont, good strong left hand, touches it behind. Can Man United make anything of this set piece? Bruno Fernandes, I think it's their first corner of the game. In it goes towards Rashford. Ferro's there, and then volleys it away. And Harry Maguire, who didn't come up for the corner, has time to pick a pass out towards Rojo's come on as a substitute. Fred, he's had a pretty decent game in central midfield for Man United today, you've got to say. Bruno Fernandes has been kept reasonably quiet as he's put that one through to Osama Dembele, and it's a good save from Lafont. I think there would have been questions asked there because Cavani definitely hindered Eze trying to get a block on as Camavinga has got space and he's released Hulk down the left. It's Hulk against Eric Bailly. Hulk is just trying to turn and create time to potentially put a cross in here. Hulk, the cross is deflected and Romero jumps on it. Good save. And Eze, runs into the back of Romero. Maybe diving, trying to find a penalty. Guendouzi, Eze has picked up the space here and he's got runners, but Eze could fancy this on his own. Eze did, but Jesse Lingard gets back and tackles him really, really well. And Eze just sort of confused himself a little bit there with the runners and the options he had. Cavani out towards Fred. It's so end-to-end this game. And Maitland-Niles has read that one very well indeed and gets his foot through it, not messing around. Gabriel Barbosa up to Eze. Eze tries to feed in Shalov, and Shalov's through. He's got round Marcus Rojo. Shalov with the chip. Oh, Romero came and went back on his line, and this could be 1-0. It could be 1-1. It could be 2-2. It's been a very entertaining game as Cavani wins that header, but Maitland-Niles is in position to make the interception, and Man United are throwing caution to the wind here, just chucking men forward as Hulk is robbed again by Eric Bailly. Corona. Both teams, it looks like, desperate to get the win. Man United to solidify their place at the top of the table, and Crystal Palace to put them in with a shout of an unlikely title challenge. That fires past the post as well from Osama Dembele. Corona here into Lingard, up to Dembele. Lovely little 1-2 with Bruno Fernandes. Got it back, flicked up, left foot. Not quite on target though. As Aaron Wan-Bissaka comes on to replace Corona, as Rashford has done very well to hold off Barbosa there, and his pace is going to get him away from Maitland-Niles. Noah Mbabu now to get back and try and cover as Rashford fires wide. So, final substitution for Crystal Palace as Eze comes off to be replaced by Lee Kang-in, and McTominay comes on using the 5 substitutes for Man United to replace Fred in central midfield. And that could be that though. It could be 0-0. As time is done, it is 0-0. Both teams with fantastic chances to win the game. Man United probably edged it just slightly, but both Shalov and Hulk in prime positions for a win. Just couldn't make it count to get that goal. Both lobs. Romero had a fantastic game. And a man of the match, though, is given to the opposite goalkeeper, Lafont. Let's see what that's done to the league table and the rest of the results around the league. So 2-2 Arsenal Man City, 2-2 Desmond 2-2 Tottenham and Fulham, Wolves drawing 0-0 with Nottingham Forest, Villa losing 3-1 at home to Leicester, Southampton beat Bournemouth on the south coast 4-2, Liverpool and Everton in the Merseyside derby do 0-0, Brighton 2 Leeds 2, Newcastle United 1 Sheffield United 1 and Chelsea 2 West Ham 2. The table leaves Crystal Palace in 5th, only 4 points still off Man United and Man City. Liverpool in 3rd on 21, Southampton in 4th on 18 as well. It's early days, but it's looking pretty positive for Crystal Palace. So there we go. Let me know what you think of that episode down below. Frantic games, both of them. Next up, Liverpool. We'll come back straight for that game in the next episode. Brilliant stuff though. Loving it on full manual. If you've got PES and you're not playing full manual yet, get on it. It's brilliant. So it's our last match before the big derby. Let's make sure we win it and don't give the press or the public any reason to doubt our credentials. So it's Liverpool and Brighton up in the next episode, which I'm very excited about, to be honest. And there is some fatigue from international duty, but we'll have to see how it goes. Can we get the best out of Hulk? Can we start scoring a few more goals and just getting 1-0s? I don't really mind. 1-0s is still a win. Thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.